I want to keep playing the game. Can we just do the game on the podcast?
We're psychic, and this is the thing that we do.
So we both say a word at the same time, and then we've got to say something related to that word, and then end up on the same word.
If we don't say the same word at the same time, our connection is dead.
Okay, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Pig.
Breast.
Pig and breast?
Wait.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Udder.
Chicken. No!
Pig breast, cow udder, Phill. What
Wait.
the heck? Okay, come on. Yep.
3, 2, 1. Milk.
Egg.
Oh! Chicken milk could be a thing. Wait. 3, 2, 1.
Pancake.
Yay! And wait, we're recording this on Pancake Day. That is
Shrove moment.
That is a Shrove moment if I ever had one.
Jesus would be proud.
Oh my gosh, let's do it again. Let's just do this for an hour.
Okay, one more.
3, 2, 1. Hole.
Breast. We know what we have to do. We just need the strength to say it.
3, 2, 1.
Vagina.
Yay! Vagina and pancakes on the Hard Launch podcast.
Yeah, if people are like, I wonder what Dan and Phill are doing right now,
Yeah.
that's actually the answer.
That's it. I need a head massage.
Don't know who you're looking at. Welcome back to the pod.
Ooh.
Are you like, the intro's playing right now?
No, I don't know. I just was like letting you know I've got a bit of head tension.
You know that we're recording a podcast right now.
And I'm being my authentic self.
I'm not giving you a head massage right now.
Just give me a little poke there.
Oh my God.
I just need to release that little...
hit the P spot.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Boop. Was that like a factory
Beep,
reset?
boop, boop, boop. It's released now, thank you.
Oh,
Hello,
you're done, are you?
podcast listeners
Hard
and viewers.
Monday. Welcome back.
I'm feeling very fresh on this Monday.
Now that he's had his special poke.
I'm Phill Lester.
Wait, did the people listening know where I just poked you? You said head, right?
In my brain head, no other head. This is Dan Howell. And today, we're going
Top
to be...
3 worst podcast openings for people on Apple Music.
I have a topic. You said you'd talk about what happened at the dentist yonks
Oh,
ago.
for fuck's sake.
You never said the story. And
What?
now everyone's
No.
teased.
I said...
You've edged us all.
I said I might tell people one day if they've been good. Has
And-
that happened?
They've been good boys, good girls, and good theys. They've been begging like a dog at the table.
Good
and you
thems in the chat.
haven't given them the treat.
Please, Master Dan, give us a scrap.
Give us the dentist treat, Daddy. Not Daddy. Tell it. Say it.
Oh, for Okay, no, right. If I'm doing this, I just need to disclaimer. This makes me sound really weird.
I'd say most weird out of anyone.
But I promise I'm not a weird, antisocial person. This is a thing that any of us are capable of. It just got out of hand.
Stop stalling. Tell it.
They're never going to look at me the same way. I promise I'm not like him. All right. Weeks ago, I was sat at home, minding my own business, got a phone call out of the blue. Immediately, I think, scammer.
Ring,
who
ring.
calls you, unknown number. Now, I'm the type of guy, if I'm feeling spicy, I might want to chat back to a scammer,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, fair. I love to do that.
Hello, are you the homeowner? And who the is this? So I pick up the phone, and I'm feeling a bit sassy, and I'm like, yeah. And
Yeah.
someone goes,
Hello, is this Mr. Howell?
and I immediately go, right.
Right.
Lock in, here we go. And I'm like,
Catch the scammer.
and what? And he goes,
Yeah, you've got a dentist appointment. It started 5 minutes ago. Where are you?
the absolute shitting that happens in that moment. Have you experienced anxiety, the roller coaster stomach drop more than I am supposed to be somewhere now?
Yeah, the dentist is waiting and crying.
She has nothing better to do.
She's got no teeth to touch.
So I immediately freaked the out because I should be there. The dentist is, I would say, a 10-minute walk away.
I'd say it's a 12-minute walk.
I speak to the guy on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I knew that. And I am on the way. And I will be there in 5 minutes.
Oof.
I don't know if that was technically possible at the time, but I just felt like I'm not accepting that I'm missing this appointment. I'm
No.
going to be there.
Yeah.
So then I think I'm going to save as much time as possible. I'm going to book an Uber.
That's stupid. It's going to take that long for a car to arrive.
Was it 700 yards up the road? Yes. Shut up. Wait. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Speed run.
Okay.
I'm thinking if I get dressed, because obviously I was sat in my underwear at the PC, minding my own business,
Oh.
in the middle of the day on
What
a work
were
day.
you doing?
Shut the f*** up. This is my
Gooning.
lifestyle. Well, okay. So by the time I've got my socks on, I walk downstairs.
Yeah.
1 minute car journey. Bam, I will be there in 5 minutes. Not a big deal. So I run downstairs and then I immediately think, okay, socially awkward. I am going to get judged by this Uber driver.
Yes.
Because he's going to be like, you lazy bitch. How dare you? And I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of being judged by this person who I'm going to know for 28 seconds and then never speak to again. And this is when I decide to do a little white lie.
Okay.
A harmless fib. So I'm stood on the corner, I get into his car, and I go, yes, you may see this is quite a short journey. You see, I sprained my ankle. Because, what? If you were getting a 1 minute Uber journey,
I get it.
It's because I've hurt myself.
I get it. It's just slightly weird.
I think it's harmless.
He
right?
probably doesn't care.
Chat? Yeah, and he doesn't care.
No.
So I get to the dentist. I'm about to be perfectly on time. I get out of the car, and he doesn't move. I'm waiting for him to pull away. He doesn't. I'm on the other side of the street from the dentist. I told him I am injured.
Yes.
So this is when I make the second bold choice, and unfortunately this is when it progressed. I decided I now need to commit to the bit and hobble across the street as if I am someone that is indeed injured. So I go across the street. I gotta sell it, right? It needs to be visible in the rear view.
That was less of I've sprained my ankle and more I've got bitten by a shark.
And I'm just thinking, he can see me out the window, so I need to keep doing this.
Yeah.
I open the door to the dentist office. I hop in. Receptionist is there, and he saw that I hobbled in.
Oh no.
So he goes, Mr. Howell. I'm like, yep, here I am. 5 minutes later, he asks, are you okay? And this is when I make my third choice.
No, don't lie again.
I go, yep, sorry that I am late. You see, the reason why I hobbled in was I fell off a bike. Now, the problem is...
Daniel.
That's f***ing crazy.
That's an intense thing.
That is, I fell off a bike,
Yeah.
and now I'm hobbling. So him being a normal, empathetic, polite human being
Yeah.
says, oh my God, are you okay? Why did you still come to your dentist appointment? And then I'm thinking, yeah, okay, well, maybe this was very weird. I go, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And so I go, I'm going to wait. The dentist comes out of the office. Mr. Howell, are you ready? And then the receptionist, being normal, looks at the dentist and goes, oh my God, he fell off his bike. And she goes, are you okay? How? And I'm just like, no, don't ask me how.
How did it happen?
And I got hit by a car. But I was like, not in a bad way.
Dan.
Obviously, the dentist, being normal, goes, you got hit by a car. And I go, a little bit. You know, like when you're on a Lime bike.
A mild tap.
And then there's just like a boop. And then you go, oops. And not like a bam, slam, uh-oh, traumatic advert.
She was probably ready to call an ambulance.
I think that she was thinking, am I trained for this? Have
Yeah.
the teeth all fallen out?
Ooh.
Phill, it just came out.
And then what happened?
I then, because I was in this now,
Yeah.
said, no, I would still like my dentist appointment. I had to limp down the corridor.
You limped into the dentist chair.
Past the other people in the waiting room who were also like, is he okay? Is he in shock?
I need to see how you limped. Do it down here. Just do it now. I want to see it. I'm the dentist. I'm ready to touch your teeth. Come through. Come into my office, Mr. Howell. For any listeners, it looks like he's been in a war accident.
I've sprained my ankle.
Oh,
I'm not
sure.
putting pressure on my feet.
Right. That is... I'm trying to find a word for what is wrong with you, Dan.
Psychologically irregular.
Yes.
That's woke, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I wrote a book about it, I can say that.
Wow. Okay, well...
So I cradled my stump leg.
And then
into the-
did you have to then limp out again afterwards?
I get into the room, hop on the chair, and the f***ing dental assistant nurse says, are you okay? And
Oh,
I'm
no. Your tiny white lie is built up to you being limp man.
I had to tell the full story to about 3 different people because the dentist was like, you'll never guess what happened to him. Had the whole freaking thing.
Yeah.
I limped out of the room.
Dan.
I limped back down the corridor.
No.
I left. And then guess what? fucking glass front to the office.
Oh,
I had to limp until the corner of the street.
Limp down the street.
Until I was on the corner.
Yeah.
I then stood and waited for every pedestrian within eye line that could have seen me hobble go around a different corner.
Right.
And then I fucking power walked back home.
You're a mess.
How did this happen?
These spiral of lies can lead you into dark places.
But, okay, so
You could have ended up in an ambulance.
I promise I am not a weird compulsive liar. This is
Okay.
not something. Shut up. I don't do this.
No, I think
this
it's-
is like something I would have done when I was 9.
This is just social awkwardness embodied.
It was a series of microscopically harmless
Yes.
little moments that were just designed. Well, I was about to be very rude there. I wasn't making Uber drivers and receptionists feel better. I just couldn't accept responsibility for the fact that I missed my appointment.
There we go.
And this whole thing was me trying to create a fable where I wasn't disorganized, and then karma slapped me across the face with a fish.
And you limped out the door with the fish in your arms.
Yeah, that haunts me to this day. So, firstly, why did I tease this?
I
And then
don't know.
Why did you make me relive
Because
that?
I keep seeing comments saying you need to tell the story.
People
and
like-
it's finally a story about how you were late and how you were disorganized.
Keep that fucking finger away from me. Please don't think differently of me now.
I don't. I mean, I've told silly lies before. I love lying. We all know that.
But why is it cute and fun when you tell a little
You
fib?
have
And
to
when
lie.
I do it, it's a devastating snowball that'll end up in the murder of 12 people.
You just have to lie with whimsy.
When I end up on the news, you'll know that it just started because I was late for a doctor's appointment.
That's why.
And I said I got something in my eye.
Suddenly he's driving a tank through London.
I'm
We're all
covered in
scared.
blood. I've got a necklace of human teeth.
Oh my God. From the dentist drawer. I told a lie today. I said that I didn't have a driver's license. So we were asked to go on a TV show where we had to drive a car.
It was a road trip based format.
And they were like, do you both have driving licenses? And I said, no.
Because technically, Phill, you still have an active British driver's license.
I don't want to kill pedestrians.
that you haven't used since you were 18.
Isn't it-
And that's terrifying.
Isn't it crazy that I could just drive on a motorway today?
If I was Prime Minister, I mean, this really would not be a priority. In fact,
No.
it would be so low on the moral priority lists that it wouldn't happen. But
No.
I would like to say that I would make it mandatory that people need to, like, redo a driver's test or something.
I'm never going to drive without doing more lessons. That's for sure.
Do you even want to do more lessons?
No!
Snip that thing in half. It's terrifying.
I think my brain is just too busy thinking of other things to remember if I'm driving on the pavement or not.
Yes, and also you say things like, my eyes just don't work sometimes.
Sometimes my eyes
Which, when
don't
you're
work.
driving a murder tank, should not be.
I went to the eye doctor and she said my eyes don't work properly. So there we go.
For reasons science can't explain.
I was talking about this today. There's so many ways I would change the human body if I was God.
Yeah, forget Prime Minister. Phill Lester, if you were God, please do tell us, how would you change the human body?
Okay, my first thing is eyes are too wet.
Too wet.
They should be hard like glass.
Aren't your eyes too
Oh, I'm
dry?
just jogging next to a branch. Pop. There goes one.
So you think we should have armored eyes?
Yeah, like glass, like hard eyes. Also, why is the air hole the same as the food hole? That's just bad management.
I 100%
I
agree
want
with
a
you there.
new hole in my body.
Why do we have the same neck hole? And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I did it wrong. I'm dead.
Imagine if there's one in the back of your neck. All the uses that could have.
Do you have another one? I just want to move on and stop discussing the previous one.
Testicles, too exposed. They're...
Isn't there like a reason for that? They're warm.
Oh,
and
yeah, the temperature.
Okay.
But that's a mess. Put a cage around it.
Okay, so basically, you want to be an armadillo.
That'd be helpful. Also, necks.
That's just the worst visual imagery I've ever
I mean, people
experienced in my
buy
life.
like chastity cages. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
That's
about
not for protection.
a sexy looking
It's not a jockstrap.
jockstrap-esque see-through skin shield.
Okay, well, you know what Phil's next business venture is going to be, don't you?
Necks. They're too exposed. This is important.
Everything's going on there.
Yeah.
Blood, air, spinal cord.
We need a neck cage.
Okay.
Heads also.
The brain's right there.
It's too heavy for this.
Yeah, well, you could just get your Formula One exercise grind set on.
Yeah.
Thick neck like Lando.
Also, I want another finger. Do you know, I can,
Where do you want to send the finger?
look, I can carry 4 empty mugs up the stairs. I want to be able to carry 6.
And that is the best possible way that could have ended.
So evolution is listening. Let's get those moving.
I think that human necks should be able to extend and retract
Yeah?
like an ostrich or a turtle. Because
That'd
we
be good.
went to the theatre the other day and, guys, I got discriminated against.
Oh, why?
I felt
Yes.
for the first time what it is like to have a tall person sat in front of you at an event.
That is very rare for you.
I am the tall person sat in front of you at an event.
This guy was like 9 foot tall.
This absolute Dutch. What's a
Dutch giraffe.
I was trying to say like a food item.
I like that you
was
knew
gonna
he
say,
was
like,
Dutch.
Sausage. Yeah, Dutch people are tall.
He was very tall.
Do you remember when I got invited to a party?
Wait, we need to talk about this more first.
Okay.
You were complaining like, oh, great. And then I look behind you and there's a 4 foot tall guy like crying because he sat behind a giant Dan Howell. So it's kind of karma, really.
But, oh my God.
What?
Do you know how I could have avoided that situation?
By lying down.
If I used the sponsor of today's podcast, SeatGeek.
Oh, well done.
They're back. We didn't scare them.
We didn't scare them. And someone on TikTok actually promoted our code for us when they got Heated
Yeah,
Rivalry.
shout out to the person who said they went to Heated Rivalry Live and used the code that we'll tell you at the end of this.
Which is actually just ice hockey, by the way. It wasn't a live show for Heated Rivalry, which I would watch.
Thank you for explaining that, Phil. Yes, sport is real, if you didn't know, and so are boys.
They could do other things on stage. I'd watch that as well.
That is not going to get included in the edit of this sponsor.
Oi, oi. Any US or Canadian girlies out there?
Or them, Lees.
SeatGeek is the #1 ticketing app.
For all of your sports,
Lady Gaga.
comedy.
Sports or Lady Gaga is the choice.
Those are the only two forms of entertainment that are valid. To be fair, Gaga on tour right now.
And what is good
BTS.
is the tickets are rated from 1 to 10. You can get a green one or a red one and then decide where you're
Where
going to sit.
I was sat, unraked theatre floor with a tall guy in front of you, I would have redded that seat.
And concert season is right around the corner. Everyone's going on tour at the moment.
People are getting ready to get their shoulders out. They've got their exposed ass chap outfits ready to aerate.
I've got mine right now. So, to make it even better, use code DanandPhil10 to get 10% off your SeatGeek tickets.
Just click the link in the description to download the app, and then it will automatically apply our code so you can use it later.
If you didn't hear, that's 10% off tickets with the promo code DanandPhil10.
Thanks, SeatGeek.
Back to that Dutch party, Dan. What were you doing with the tall man?
You don't remember, we were doing the Amsterdam date of the 2018 Interactive Introverts tour.
Oh, yes.
And some tall blonde guy was like, I'm not going to do a Dutch accent.
Don't do a Dutch accent. Don't try.
Insert voice, do you want to come to a party tonight?
Yes.
And then he pointed up at his apartment and there was a girl and a boy on a balcony and they like waved at me like toodaloo.
Yeah.
I think I could have had a Dutch bisexual foursome.
They were definitely asking you for a Dutch bisexual foursome.
This is the problem. Pre-hard launch, there were just so many reasons. Pre-gay,
Yeah.
general. What are you looking at? You weren't invited.
I could have been invited. I could have been the 5th. Or I could have just handed out the snacks.
Maybe they weren't into emos.
Oh.
Just handed out the snacks.
Yeah.
Not the cuck Dorito platter holder.
Maybe.
I'm stood here with the dips.
I wasn't even emo then. I had a quiff. Maybe they were intimidated.
Oh, that's why.
By my extra height.
Oh, yeah.
For the quiff height.
You know, Dutch people, they're scared of that extra 2 inches.
You also once got invited to a birthday party to be the DJ, which I think was very funny.
We actually weren't sure in what
Oh, yeah.
capacity I was invited. This was back in Manchester. So we're
Yes.
talking 2011.
Old YouTube.
Super emo Dan and Phil, not a big deal. We got an email that, by the way, it was just like my personal email. I was like, business email in my Twitter.
Yeah.
We weren't doing any business.
Dan@gmail.com.
Literally. And some guy just said, I've got a party and I'd like you to do an appearance. 2011 Dan Howell. What the fuck am I doing at someone's party? I don't have a comedy set ready to go.
What is the appearance?
What am I going to do? Play some fucking Muse off a USB stick?
Just slowly strip off. Take the trapper hat off.
It really was not clear
No.
why he wanted me to do a professional appearance at the party. And in hindsight, I think it must have been sex-based.
How much money was he offering?
I didn't follow back.
Oh.
But if I did, it wouldn't have had to have been a very high number back
No,
then.
back then we had no money back then. 500 quid, I'd be like, get down
Do
there.
you want a Subway voucher? You would have been that. You'd have been like, looking good, skinny jeans on, off
Yeah.
your pop. Okay.
Yeah, party hat in all the right places.
Okay.
What?
We've had some strange professional requests over the years. Not just Phil, please drive into a ravine.
If I dig through my emails, there's so many things I've said no to. Like, there was one that I got in 2019, just before COVID, where a Chinese phone manufacturer was like, we want to prove that our company is nice, so we want you to come to our factory in China and make an amazing film
We
video
want you to
there.
do a factory tour. We
Yeah.
want you to eat at our canteen and just show the world that it's just a really great place to work.
I was like, maybe not. Maybe I won't be on the propaganda.
When I think about that, I'm like, why did they want Amazing Phil to promote their cafeteria?
But again, they offered me £3,000. I was like, Maybe.
Not you being strongly on the fence.
That would have been strange. How would I segue that into a video? Hey, this cafe's great. They feed the workers so well.
Oh, recent
What?
one. Dan and Phill were asked to appear on Newsnight.
Oh my God. If you don't know what Newsnight is, it's the most dusty, serious...
Oh, no, you ain't going to be invited, are you?
No. I don't want to be on it.
Bridge burned. I'm open to it if I've
What?
got another mental health book to
Oh,
promote.
I mean, if you're talking about something sick, I don't want to go on that as like...
It is
hey.
the most serious, hard journalism late night British news show where they go on to be like, we're here to talk about the oligarchs. We're here to talk about the algorithms. We're here to talk about Dan and Phill. So you're collaboratively gay and you've got a male podcast now. I was just like, are they sure?
They wanted to talk about us coming out on YouTube, and it was just too intense and serious sounding for me.
You were like, it's a scary studio. It looks in many ways like the hard launch podcast studio.
Yeah, and I was scared they were going to do
Mixed with a gay sauna.
A strange gotcha moment, and I didn't know what they were going to bring up.
I
Like,
was
what could
just
it be?
like, I really don't want to explain what being a gay YouTuber is to 60-year-olds watching BBC Two. I just thought there is really absolutely nothing for us to gain from explaining ourselves to the people that watch that show.
I know. I
So
mean,
was like, it's good optics, it's good positioning. I was like, for what? Phil's multivitamin sponsorship coming soon.
I think it's always good to get gay.
Keep those joints oiled.
They're oily, they're loose, and they're moist.
Mine aren't. I sprained my ankle.
Oh, yeah. The only thing that's good for going on TV is to spread more gay, which I think is important for visibility, but I think I'd rather do that somewhere that's not a serious, dusty news show. But I don't need to be on the news anyway, because I've got my own. Here's the thing. Luggage rack attack. A lady had a suitcase with 4,500 pounds of jewellery stolen on a London train because she put it on the luggage rack.
What was girl thinking?
What are we thinking there?
If I've got my phone, my laptop, I'm clinging to that for dear life. Does she
Yeah.
not have phone anxiety about her jewels? If you put that thing over, I'm like, my phantom limb, where's it gone?
It's just full of gold bars.
I have literally never used a luggage rack on a train without
No.
having severe anxiety for several hours.
You are always so nervous about it. But then
I
you're...
gotta sit in a chair where I can see it, and then the whole time I'm just like, what if someone steals it right now? And
Yeah.
Phill goes, there isn't another train stop for 102 miles.
I think you're
what, you think
safe.
they're gonna like pick it up, emergency stop, and then just run through a field?
Dan's just sat straddling his massive suitcase on the train seat
No.
like this.
She had so many choices. Overhead.
Yeah, but thieving is
Undersea.
wrong. Stop stealing stuff, London. Black swan.
Oh.
More like blue. A swan has frozen in Connecticut.
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 Frozen in a lake.
Foot was frozen in the river and it was trapped. Had to be airlifted out. Did it? No. A fire brigade.
A helicopter did not come. Where would they lift the swan to?
Descend onto the
We
swan.
have unfrozen the swan, and now we're just gonna fucking kidnap you.
They did rescue the swan and defrosted its little leg.
I guess when the town is frozen, nothing fucking better to do for the fire brigades. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Golden pig, more like gold medal hog.
Oh, God.
The Winter Olympic Village has run out of condoms.
I need to talk about this.
Okay.
I'm doing the math,
All right.
and I'm scared by the implications.
About the amount of banging.
So an official is quoted. I'm not going to do Italian. No, I'm not.
No.
I think I'm allowed to.
You can do Italian.
I think an attempt. No, I'm not going to
No,
do that.
oh,
What
God.
they said was, I think 10,000 condoms have been used. 2,800 athletes. You can go figure.
That's four
Ha, ha, ha.
sexes for every athlete.
Every single athlete
Oh.
have f***ed 4 times.
Maybe the curling people are putting one on each finger for extra lube for their stones.
You know, you don't have to say every funny thing that's coming to your head, Phil.
I don't know, that's quite clever.
And we know who it is. It's the double skeleton people.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's how they stay attached.
Maybe they put like 5 on so they don't get too excited when they're like pressed against each other.
These are actually the only things that make sense.
Yeah. I think it would be exciting to be an Olympian and have sex. Like, I'm at the top of my game.
Feels like, imagine having stamina.
No, I'm just like, imagine being the healthiest,
No,
most...
Phil, I really
What?
think you should stop and think about this.
I'm not saying that...
I don't associate with this conversation. Can I go to a Dutch four-way?
I'm not saying anything about myself. I'm just saying, imagine being...
You are
I'm
by
not.
proxy. You are by omission.
I'm saying, imagine being an Olympian
Finish that fucking sentence. I dare
and then
you.
seeing another Olympian. You're both like...
Roasted. What the actual fuck?
You don't
Feels
get what I'm
like
saying.
I hugged Tom Daly once, and Dan, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like.
Did you see what the...
Why are you getting out your phone?
I'm just going to show you what the American figure skating guy wore.
Is this allowed?
I don't want to objectify someone. I'm just saying it's quite an outfit that they wear.
Why was that in your camera roll?
Because I thought...
Wow, wait.
What?
That was so quick.
It was in my camera roll. I knew we were going to talk about it
Phil
today.
is just like, I got 64 chrome tabs of caked up winter Olympians.
They have...
And they can't help it. That's their professional outfit. And they're doing that exercise.
Maybe they're getting butt lifts, because we saw the thing about the penis injections.
I don't think a BBL would help anyone do any sport faster.
Bounce off the ski jump.
I think it's in their interest to just naturally have the most powerful butts as possible.
Well, anyway, they're having lots of sex. I hope they have a good time.
300,000 condoms were provided for 10,500 athletes at the 2024 Paris Summer Games.
Where do they get these from? Is there a massive dispenser?
Am I the only person who is just not accepting these numbers and the funny news story?
Who's tracking it as well?
What do you mean? Are they not busy?
They're busy.
Are they not, like, locked in?
They're locked into each other.
Even if you're doing it to cool off afterwards, that's so much.
Maybe more people should be inspired by Olympians.
Oh, I want to have sex on an uncomfortable wooden bed filled with lice.
Olympic role play. Maybe there's some Dan and Phill Olympic fan fiction out there.
I don't want to know any more about that.
Well, let's speak more about that after we speak about Shopify. Thanks for sponsoring the podcast. We got 2 sponsors today. This is
After
unprecedented.
weeks of drought caused by the things that we say in the podcast.
Here we are.
It's raining.
We have a shop on Shopify, the Dan and Phill shop, where we're having a winter sale at the moment.
Oh, wow. Oh, such
Look
amazing
at all that stuff you can get.
Garments and prices.
And it's on
Amazing.
sale.
Now, you might not imagine Dan and Phill as skilled coders and spreadsheet managers. Thankfully, Shopify makes it easy enough for Phill to use.
It's so easy to make your own shop. You can do templates where you can make your shop look all pretty by
Summer sale,
doing
winter
different
sale.
options.
Wow, themes.
Newsletters
You want to bug people's email?
all
That's
the
usually
time.
me. Hello,
Yeah.
what's up?
Send him out.
Coming
Dan's
into
quite a
the
good
inbox. Don't mark me as
newsletterist.
spam, I'll be sad.
And the shop pay button.
When have you ever remembered your card details?
Don't need to.
Do you even know where you live?
Got that
Do you even know your name?
handy purple button.
Thanks. Boop.
If you want to open a shop, whatever you're going to sell, what could it be? Olympian fan art.
Oh God.
Shop.
Framed.
Yes.
This ain't digital commission. This is an oil painting.
Well, if that has inspired you at all to start your own shop, it's time to turn what ifs into...
You did the sound again.
I did the sound.
And you can get a $1 a month trial. Wowzer.
Whoa.
At shopify.com/.
Dan and Phill. I love a trial, especially when it's $1. That's shopify.com/Dan and Phill.
What was that, Phil? Why don't you say it another time?
A third time. Shopify.com/Dan and Phill. Go make a shop. Wait, did you want to talk more about Olympic roleplay?
No, Richard.
Okay.
Oh,
Woo.
thank God. Okay.
She's here. She's queer. She's full of balls. It's your turn to...
It's always my turn, you lazy bitch. Stand up.
Someone has done a chart and it's been me more.
You f***ing nerds. I did a chart. Here's a montage of every time Dan said 100%.
There we go. Get in there.
Thank you for your engagement. I really appreciate your dedication to
Yes.
the Dan and Phill podcast.
I know that
We are British.
We are very
In
British.
British humour, there are many things that people around the world may not understand, and a core tenet of that, which, you know, we've said many times on YouTube, but perhaps not on the pod,
Yes.
is being rude to someone
Is fun.
is an expression of fondness. You are very mean to your best friends.
Yes.
It shows that I am close to Phill because I feel comfortable saying, shut the fuck up.
I feel like you're just procrastinating, get that ball out. Woo!
It's a green one. Thanks, lass.
Do we need to have a conversation about green versus yellow again? That's yellow. Yep, that's yellow. He's gone. Yeah. Both yellow. Both yellow. Are you thinking it's yellow?
I think it's yellow.
Leila thinks it's yellow. Emilia?
I see the green.
Oh, fight. Fight to the death. Maybe it's somewhere in between. It's Grello. Sorry, listeners. You'll have to watch
What
the
am I
video.
about to say?
It's chartreuse.
Yeah.
Ooh. What does this say? Oh no.
Why is this in Richard?
What does it say?
Fetishes.
Fetishes?
What is the line of something that becomes a fetish?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like sitting on a cake is a fetish.
When you goon to it at night. That's your fetish if it causes gooning.
I want to go home.
What is interesting about the human experience is
Yeah, Phil?
anything can be a fetish.
Yep.
Walls.
Yeah. We've seen the TLC.
Yeah.
My wife won't stop grinding against lampposts.
Because she loves them. I
Yeah.
have to pretend to be a lamppost in bed. I switch my eyes on.
I tape my arms to my side.
And I light the car.
I put a torch in my mouth.
Oh my God.
And then she slides up and down that thing. I think that we are in a time in society where we are judging things a lot less.
Yes.
10, 15 years ago, you'd have been like, I have a kink, and everyone would have gone, freak.
Freak.
Whereas everyone's now is like, I'm a quadruple lesbian pterodactyl clown juggler. And everyone's like, good for you.
I'm not sure
people
about
don't care.
the pterodactyl aspect in there, but I like the rest of
There's
it.
at least 5,000 people on Tumblr that are going to unfollow you now.
Clown fetish.
Yeah.
How many clown fetish?
Hong Kong.
Google
Millions.
Google clown fetish.
I really don't want to do that. You've got the cooked tabs. You do it.
Go on a porn site now and Google clown fetish.
No.
Do it. It's funny.
Keir Starmer's watching.
Yeah.
Am I even allowed?
If only we had NordVPN.
That's not today. Oh my God, I'm literally going to disconnect from the work Wi-Fi and turn a VPN on just
Okay.
because Phill asked me to do a bit in the podcast. I don't want to be associated with this. Okay. Why am I doing this, Phill?
I want you to describe the first thing you see.
I don't want to see that. Oh God, I don't want to know what's trending either.
But we're not shaming. We're not shaming the clown lovers.
I would like to apologize to the clown fetish community for the noise I just made. Oh my God. Not
is
the It parody. No.
Oh, the It parody. Are they Pennywise?
Yeah. Oh, the clown affair. That's fun. There's
Oh.
like a storyline there.
Someone's having an affair with a clown.
Cooked by a clown, 100%.
Cucked by a clown.
Oh, someone's done a Valentine's Day clown in a car special.
Clown in a car. Hopefully it's not a
How
moving
many
car.
people can you fit in the clown car? Yeah.
10 Dutch people. Okay.
I submitted to the will of the damn clown.
Not that damn clown.
That was 17 minutes long. Okay, I'm scared now.
Do you know people romanticize 2016? Was that not the year when all the clowns came? And they literally came in those videos. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Yeah. I'm just sad.
Well, do you remember when they were like, a clown could arrive?
Yeah, and then some people watching like, is the clown gonna arrive? Yeah.
Leave my door
I'm just
unlocked.
gonna wait by the door. Oh, I live next to the woods. Scary.
Yeah, look at that.
But yes, apart from my visual reaction,
Yes.
which I retract, no judgment on anything.
It might have unlocked something
Some things.
within you. You might have been like,
No.
oh, hang on, Phill, get the red nose out.
But that's okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, please stop. Therapy.
Do you want saving?
Emergency session booked. Can we Richard again to get rid of the Richard?
No, we're going to get some hard launches.
Oh, thank God. So let's get some caller messages in. Yes, we have a wonderful community of people that listen to the pod that like to send in the things that they want to hard launch and get off their
Yeah.
chest. Who do we have today?
Hi, Dan and Phil.
Whoa.
I'm Riley. I'm Tara. I'm Meg. I'm Nick. I'm Adele. And we're hard launching that we're in a 5-person polycule. And we're just happier
Wow.
than ever.
Are they
Dan
in a
and Phil has
clown
brought
car?
us together, has brought us queer love, and you guys mean so much to us. Bye, Dan and Phil.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We should get all of them on the podcast and quiz them about that.
one long squeaky sofa.
Polycule.
Yup.
5 people.
That had sorority meme energy.
They're very well connected with how they speak.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pentagram.
Do you think they always speak in unison at all times? You're allowed to say it sometimes. 100%. 100%.
Indubitably, I agree.
They must have a large bed.
Bed. Yeah.
Can you buy a 5-person bed?
I'm not Googling anything else today.
Okay.
I don't have the time management skills for that.
No. We could maybe get one extra person.
Do you think you have the emotional conflict resolution skills for that?
Do you think our third would empty the bin?
Dan and Phill are actively looking for a third partner who will keep us on time for dental appointments and do small chores.
Yeah. Next.
It's going to be you.
Hi, Dan and Phill.
Hi.
This is Rafi in Portland, Oregon.
Oh.
And I'm here to say that I just hard launched my titties off my chest. Wahoo!
Did they literally just have surgery? Right.
Firstly, congrats.
Congratulations.
Secondly, when you say just, was this the first thing that you did when you came to?
I feel like they may have been loopy on the hospital bed.
I'll physically launch them across the room. I like to speak to Dan and Phill right now.
Well, congrats.
Honestly, thank you.
Yeah.
Your first call could have been anyone, and your emergency contact was the
us.
Dan and Phill podcast.
We love that.
We love that for you. And it sounds like you're having a great time. It's probably ended by now, but
Yeah.
we'll always cherish these memories.
Congrats. Next.
Hey, Dan and Phill.
Hi.
My name's Nathan. I'm from South Carolina. My wife, Jasmine, has loved y'all forever and even met y'all during the Terrible Influence tour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a straight husband, and as a straight husband, my hard launch is that any other straight husband who doesn't watch Dan and Phill with their spouse should be forced to pay for the Patreon, or their wife should leave them.
Wow. That's great.
I think that was our first hard launch held at gunpoint.
I think it was.
Aww. A wholesome moment. Shout out to all the straight husbands, whether they are being forced to listen to this against their will or they've slowly been eroded over many months and years and have now just decided they are part of the club.
And paying for the Patreon, apparently.
Thank you so much.
If you want to join the Patreon,
For more bonus yapping, where Phill, what are we going to talk about today?
any husbands that want to listen to us, go to patreon.com/Dan and Phill, where we're going to have a further yap. Join the party.
And today, that is a threat based on this episode.
This has been a very unusual episode.
Olympic episode.
Yeah.
Stamina, velocity.
Clowns. Thanks for joining us.
And we'll see you next time for another Hard Mail Monday with Dan and Phill.
Bye-bye.